Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a little different and a little random, I guess you could say. I am in advance very sorry if you can hear any construction noise going on. There is construction going on outside of my house, so you might hear a little bit of that in the background. But today I'm going to be taking apart these headphones. Just like right off the bat, I've had these headphones for 4 years. I got them from the original Indigo campaign. I recently, after I want to say it's been like 4 years or so, I bought these headphones in 2014 around October, and I did not receive them till about October, November-ish 2015. So I bought them and then it took them a whole year to ship, even though when I ordered them they were very close to finishing construction of the headphones. But yes, I'm not dissing on the company or anything really, but I recently, for Christmas, my boyfriend got me a new set of headphones, and they're the Audio-Technica ATH M40X. I had to write that down because I don't remember that stuff. But yes, I've had these for about a week now, roughly about a week. I can understand now why, when I got these headphones, my boyfriend was incredibly mad about it and really disliked the fact that I had bought them because of the sound quality. These are beautiful. I love this. I don't want to go back to shitty headphones now. These sound almost equivalent. Like, I'm saying, when I first bought them, they sounded like medium range headphones, like $50 headphones. They sounded alright. Now they sound like I just spent $6 at Kmart and they're really bad. One of the ears, I believe it's this one, because no, it's this one actually, because this one's lighting up brighter. There is no sound in this side. This side, the light is dimmer for some reason. I remember there were complaints about that very soon after they were shipped. A lot of people noticed that. When mine came about 2 months after it came, the mic attachment stopped working. I no longer have it because I've sewn it into a costume. But the speakers work still. Sound quality is terrible. It sounds like the audio is gone through a washing machine of some kind. Like, it's very, it feels like there's a barrier. It doesn't feel like clean audio. And yeah, I've had these for 4 years. How before I said like they sound about like $50 headphone quality. I, because of exchange rates back in the day, spent about $250 on these. Yeah, that's sad. And I know that did not include shipping. So yeah, I held on to these for my dear life, and I tried to support them and be like, I love these are good quality. In reality, I was just trying to tell myself that. I'm pretty sure now that I look back on it, and I've had actual good headphones now. But, and like every single time I would see people in public with these headphones, I wouldn't feel like, hey, yeah, cool, we supported the same artist. I'd feel cringy and ashamed. So I never wore these out in public. I always kept these in my room and just use them to listen to music in my room, which completely negated the whole fact about them having speakers so that you could share the sound with people. Yeah, anyways, I'm having a long tangent. So after 4 years of having the headphones, they are in pretty good quality, honestly. Like, there is a little tiny like rip in the leather here, and yeah, like I said, the speakers function. The sound quality is bad, and they are not Bluetooth. These you have to have a headphone jack plugged into it all times for there to be audio, which is kind of a shame. When they were prototyping, they were trying to get Bluetooth and it didn't end up happening. But yeah, as you can see right now, after about 3 minutes roughly, about 5 minutes on my thing, of having the lights turned on, because I turned them on just at the start of the video, as you saw, the blue one has cut out completely. This one still got light. This one, there is no light whatsoever. That happens regularly with my pair, and a lot of other people have said the same thing. Now, all the buttons are on this side to control the volume, if you want the speakers on or if you want the lights on or off. These feel cheap. Like, they don't sound attractive. They feel like it's cheap plastic. Like, these really feel like $50 headphones. And when I looked in the Indiegogo, like the site that they're just selling the headphones on now, which is Brooks Store, I think, they are actually now selling them for clearance price of $50, which makes me feel really mad considering I spent about $250 on them. So I've had this inkling for like ages, like for a really long time, because I've noticed how cheap they are, and I've noticed if I like bend them a certain way, I can see bits of the plastic lift up. I've wanted to take these apart forever, like forever, because I want to know what's inside them. I want to know how poorly, I guess, even though I don't know the insides of headphones well. I have taken apart many other things in the past, but I've done this a lot as a kid, so I say don't do this at home. But I was that kid who would do this stuff at home, and I still am. So yes, technically there is some kind of power supply in these because the LEDs still turn on. So I am going to go about this with some level of caution, but I'm not going to be like destroying the headphones with like hammers or anything. I have screwdrivers, I have a sharp, I have knives, I have scissors, I have like just things to basically pry it open. I don't intend to destroy it, and this isn't like this is just me being curious. I asked on my Instagram and everyone was like, oh yeah, if you're gonna destroy them anyway, why not record it? This is not me trying to be hateful to anyone or anything, or if Axent somehow sees this video, I am sorry. You have taken my money, so don't get mad. But basically, I used your headphones from 2015, from when everyone got their first order, till like January 2018. No, January 2019. It's a different year now. Whoa. And I dislike them. I dislike them a lot. There are way better things for your money. These were like how much were these? 1 second. So the headphones are 130 Australian. So that's even cheaper in US. So like $130 for really good sounding headphones that are not made of metal, but the plastic feels sturdy to the point that you could almost pass it as metal if you only touched it for a second. Like, it feels sturdy, it feels good, everything clicks nicely, like it clicks nicely. The Axent headphones, when you do that, it always felt cheap. It didn't feel like a $250 roughly how much I paid because of exchange headphones. And yeah, the general build quality of these is 100% better. I recommend these over getting Axent headphones. I do get the aesthetic thing though. That's the reason, one of the main selling points of why I bought them was because they are aesthetic looking. They have cat ears on them. They are very, very anime. Very sugoi, if you want to call it that. I hate myself. But they're shit. So, I've rambled way too much. You get my point. I dislike these. Let's rip them apart. I'm going to change the camera angles and turn back on my other light so that you guys can see better, because I had the lights kind of dimmed because of the LEDs. I'm going to turn off the LEDs, which is just a very simple button on the bottom. And let's see if I turn them back on now. Yeah, see, the other one won't turn on now. Oh, it's flickered. Let's see if I can get that again. Yeah, see, if I move it a little bit, it'll want to light up for like a second. But yeah, see, there's no click to that. It doesn't, it feels very gross. But yeah, I'll fix the lighting and I'll be back. Okay, we are back with better lighting, and as you can see, the lighting doesn't really show up as well with the other lights on, so that's the reason why I dimmed them earlier. So yeah, I'm gonna turn them off, and let's start. First things first, obviously, I'm just going to take off these ear pads because they're the easiest things to always take off a headset. So like 4 years of wear of them being on my ears, honestly, they look fine. I mean, I know my ears were on these for like literally hours. Now actually, now that I've taken that off, I've noticed, look how cheap that looks. Look how much scratching's on it. That looks cheap. That really looks cheap. Okay, so let's take off the other one. Huh. This one doesn't have that. It's very weird. So yeah, as you can see, one's got like, this one has got like weird line indentations in it. From like scratching of some kind. Odd. Time to get this. Okay, so yeah, the two bottom screws are really tight, but the two top screws, very loose. Okay, that will not come out for the life of me, so let's just not. Okay, so that's about as best as we're gonna get for that, unless I can then from this unscrew it. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. So there's this little digit that's just floating around. This little metal digit. I think that might have been to stop it from crushing in on itself. Honestly, this wiring, like this wire that they've used for the headsets, it's incredibly thin. It doesn't look great. Like, I don't think you guys can tell. Focus. Like, if I gave that a good enough tug, or if it got just the tiniest bit too hot, I feel like that would come off really easy. That does not feel very... Yeah, actually, yes, that will fall off. It's exactly what just happened. Now that we know that, that's great. There's like a little date thing in here, I've just noticed. Yeah, so this up here, it has the months 1 through 12 and then the years, so 2015, 16 and 17. But it doesn't have anything else marked on it besides that. That's weird. But yeah, that broke off incredibly easy, so yep, away that goes. Like I said, those wires looked incredibly flimsy, and yeah, that was about right. Honestly, everything else in here is just like memory board chip. Might also just unplug some things, because there are some of these that are plug-in, which would actually make sense. Like some of these are ones that you plug into a little thing, which might make sense to why my other head, like the other ear, well actually yeah, it is that ear, does not connect well, because one of these is not plugged in very well. One of these is like, looks like puttied in, which is nice to know they puttied in one of them. The others are not though. This one won't come out. Okay. So yeah, I'll unscrew this. Okay, sweet. There we go. Okay. So I've managed to take out as far as I can this little board puttied in to its slot, considering this one here is very stern on staying there. These here are actually the buttons, so I wonder if they don't have any real markings on the back. Sweet. Okay. I wonder if... Okay, so that one's apparently the lights. Okay, yeah, so I've killed the lights. Sweet. So I've taken apart the main power supply, it looks like, which is good. Okay, sweet. Let's rip that out. This, please. This looks like it's the main power for the whole headsets. These little digits along here are each one of the buttons. So this side was volume up, volume down, speaker, lights, and then that was the charger piece, which is just a standard micro USB. I don't know if I'll do any other videos like this in the future, just because over the last few years, oh, I'm starting to feel like it really loose now that I'm unscrewing this back piece. I've been spending a lot more money on quality electronics that I know will last me. So yeah, that is the, my camera battery is getting close to dead, but very sticky. That is the battery, I guess, that was powering the LEDs. It's covered in duct tape. It looks very sketchy. That's great. This plastic here though is very thick, which is nice. Yeah, I'm just chucking that piece straight in the bin because that is the power supply and I do not want to fiddle with the power itself. This here though is one of the LED rings. Peel this up. Yes, it looks like I can. Okay. Oh wow, that's double-sided tape. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, so that piece at least, yeah, that's some plastic and some double-sided tape. I don't know if you can see. Where's a good example? Like here. I think you can see it. There's like double-sided tape just flat out in clear sight on that. Oh wait, what? Because the only actual... Oh wow, okay. 1 second. Yep, okay. So that's just a bit of... That's just a sticker. That's just a sticker. This is just some... Please, this is just some clear plastic with some dots on it to help diffuse the light. So that means this little thingamadoozy here is the LEDs. I can barely see how that produces light, but okay. I was expecting something a little better. That looks like sure, it looks cool and complicated, but I understand why the light payout was so dim. The LEDs are so small. Now we're just left with this really empty, cheap sounding disc. So if I do cut out again and then randomly appear, it'll be because of that. Okay, I wonder if now that I've taken that screw off, oh wait, can I take out these buttons? I think I can. Yes, I can. Light and speaker. Then I don't want to focus, they're too small. Yeah, I was able to pop them out. Okay, so I managed to get that piece off with some brute force, because it didn't want to go. And I managed to get the cable out, so this is just a completely hollow empty piece. So now we're looking at this. So as I was pulling it out, it did rip the wires from the heat protected ceiling stuff. I know there's no power in this anymore, so I'm perfectly fine with touching these. Okay, so yeah, the camera ended up dying, but what I did basically was dismantle one ear. I haven't looked inside of it or anything, I just popped it off and took off the other headphone piece because I assume it's just going to be the same as the other side, and there's way too many screws in it to bother taking that apart. It was hard enough to take the other one apart. Once again, really cheap looking. This is what the inside looks like. So you got the actual speakers here, and this is all the LED component, and same thing again with the really cheap looking wires. So I feel like if I just, something tugged. I feel like there's something inside, so I feel like I'm gonna cut off the leather piece and try to get in there. It's actually really yellow, and that's really gross. Like this side, the side that wasn't closest to my head, is white. This side though is very yellow. Ugh. Been that. So we've got some, looks like some more of the, all this is puttied in though, which is good to see. There is like a bit of like ink coloring in here as well, like someone's marked it with a pen. I'm going to agitate the putty. All of them out. Now, let's cut that off. And cut that off. So I just cut off the little plugs because they were attached into here with plugs, and then this should just, yeah, that just comes straight out. Sweet. And then if I tug on that, yeah. Okay, so that came straight on out. Okay. Oop, there we go. This little, like the earpiece without the speaker decal in it, looks kind of like a Ouija board thingy a little bit to me. But yeah, on the inside of this, it's got like a, this is legitimately interfacing. It's fabric, like fabric fiber, thin interfacing material, which is weird considering it's an electronic that can conduct heat. So you're putting a fabric fiber really close to something that can conduct heat. I mean, there's probably some technical, I did see some putty, which might have been cooling putty in there. But yeah, it doesn't 100% want to remove from it, but if you do remove it, as you can see, there's like a grill. So it was covering the grill pieces to make them more dark and hide anything. So yeah, going back to this. So this is definitely these black bits here. These are like a putty, keeping everything together, including the wire. And then you've got the speaker decal piece. So I'm going to try to dismantle this. Okay. Those same little tiny digits, which seem to be, like, they have all the markings to suggest that they are the LEDs. So same thing again, you got that little, oh, okay, there we go. See, it's just like these really, really tiny LEDs with a bit of like essentially masking tape. Like this has little bits of metal on it to mask out where the light cannot go, and then the holes are the indications of where the light can go, and then a little bit of plastic to help diffuse the light more. So it's like plastic diffuser, it's like the this kind of stuff diffuser, plastic diffuser, and then another sheet of this with the indications of where the light can come out so that it matches up with this little guy. Honestly, kind of cheap feeling. Like, the plastic feels nice, but like it's a very the LEDs feel so small and tiny, and like for that small it's a pretty big light give out, but considering, like I said, the LEDs get dim really quickly, it makes sense. And then you've got this little plastic, like semi-transparent plastic with silver paint. The silver is not a different layer, the silver is just painted on. And then that's also, because it's a transparent plastic, is another layer of diffusion before it gets through to the actual thing. Like, it's through to being visible, basically. So it's a lot of layers of diffusion, and it doesn't look great. Like, on the headphone parts itself, the diffusion would sometimes create like a ring. Like, you would be able to clearly see the LEDs on this side and the LEDs not on this side, because you can see it was very strong here and then it diffused out really softly towards the edge of it. Like, this is the one I didn't take apart. So like on the edge it'd be really strong light, and then as you got in towards the inner circle it'd be very dull, almost to the point that it wasn't even turned on. So yeah, it's kind of annoying for it to be like kind of small, kind of shitty LEDs and then a lot of diffusion, but this put too much diffusion in it to the point that it's not even really useful. Like, it's hindering the device. It should be more bright. I personally wouldn't mind if I'd prefer it to be a full solid color with no dimming whatsoever and be able to see maybe one LED spot, than having it be very smooth and not see any LED dots, but also be incredibly dim, which is what I got. Okay, let's pry this thing out. Oh, this is very tight in here. This is the actual speaker component. Okay, I just popped that out of its thing. Okay. So yeah, I think, yeah, okay, in doing that, because the cables were so shitty, I flat out ripped the speaker away from its cables. So this bit back here is still sticky, so that's just like to reinforce it to the back. Honestly, this speaker feels cheap. Like, this is like see, I can like pop that in and like fiddle. I mean, you do have to have speakers in a very tight, small space, so I get it. But yeah, oh well. So if I pull that, do they come out? No, they get stuck somewhere along the lines. I can get this off. Okay, that wasn't what I was looking for, but that's something. Okay, so that was just like a little guard piece, I guess, to keep this in. LED GBG. Okay, so this looks like this is actually one of the main LED circuits, because it's got some indication writing on it, and I was able to pull that cable out from the speaker. Okay, I'm getting somewhere. First thing first, let's take out the other side of these cables. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just cut them. They're not... We know where they go. We already know. Before was more just a curiosity thing. At this point, I already know where they go because I did it on the other side. Okay. So let's unscrew this middle bit. Okay, this part's just me being aggressive to the headset, basically, because I can't get it to unscrew. There's no screws really in this area, there's no... Oh, actually, that was a screw. Never mind, I'm an idiot. I found another screw, but I just yeeted that thing out of existence on that side. That means there's another one underneath it, so... to get this one out is the issue. There we go. Get it. So, just managed to take out that piece. So then that, yep, just slips out like that, really easy. That's the adjuster bit for the headphones. And then finally, the screws, I need to undo the ear fully. It just really doesn't want to come off. It's always the fun. Honestly, this is like very close to me just being able to rip it off. I think I'm just gonna try that. There we go. So yeah, this is the earpiece. It's got some like foam padding here so it doesn't rub too much, but like on the actual like piece. But yeah. Honestly, all the pieces of plastic on their own are incredibly lightweight, but the headset itself is very heavy. Like, I'm holding this piece alone and it's quite heavy. So the speaker must be where the weight is in this, because the speakers, like, because this speaker alone just feels heavy. I know there's a speaker still in this section. I don't think this little bit of metal really weighs all that much. So yeah. It's interesting. So I'll show you guys how I managed to pop off the other earpiece before, and it's like, it's so simple. There's like just a seam along the edges. You just run an X-Acto blade right up against it and just occasionally wiggle it so that it has some... Ooh, that was close. Careful with knives. So you just wiggle it and it starts coming undone. There we go. And you just pull it off like so. So yeah, same thing as before. Honestly, I think I'm going to take apart the other one because you just showed me take apart that. And the other thing that would be getting taken off of it is this bit of metal, but it's the same on either side, so in the bin it goes. But yeah, the headset construction honestly does not feel like the price I paid for it. It feels like the $50 that it's now being sold for on the Brooks store. It's been way too long since I bought off the site. But yeah, it's a $50 headset. So yeah, if any of you guys own Axent wear headphones and you think that my opinion is wrong, let me know why. Because honestly, I used the headset for 4 years and like the sound quality is the speakers quality is like my monitor on my computer, which when I bought my monitor on my computer was told like, yeah, it has speakers, they're pretty shit speakers, sound better than that. Like the monitor speakers sound better than the headphone speakers, and I have high quality speakers as well, which I use typically for my computer. And like if you compare the high quality speaker to the Axent wear speakers, it's like playing high quality speakers to a Kmart $6 speaker that you get to use like 3 times and it breaks. Like oh my god. Like the trend like a few years back where they had like the little triangle paper speakers, where they had like a speaker and then it was just in a bit of cardboard. I think it wasn't Kmart that did that. I think it was Typo and Cotton On. If you're in Australia, let me know. But it sounded like that, and they were appalling quality, but they were so cheap that people just kept buying them. And you would get them for Christmas, and you would get them for your birthday, and you wouldn't want them. That's what the speakers sound like. Oh my god. Okay, I'm having a little tangent now. But yeah, honestly, I don't think they're worth the... You've gathered this by now. My end result is don't buy them. From my personal experience, it's not worth it. They do not age well, but audio wise and hearing wise, they do not, like, yeah, like general audio speakers and headphones included, they do not age well. So yeah, I highly recommend instead of buying them, you buy something better like these guys, which feel sturdy, feel good. I almost dropped them. Like I said, my boyfriend's been using these for like different models of this brand, the Audio-Technica ones, for quite a few years now, and he loves them, and they've always worn well. You can replace parts on them pretty easy if they do break. So yeah, do not like, not do not, but I won't judge you if you buy the Axent wear ones, but just be mindful. You're purely buying them for aesthetics. You're not buying them to listen to things. You're just buying them to put them on your head and look cool. That's the gist of it. But yeah, so I'll see you guys next time. I'm sorry this was a very talkative, rantish, repetitive, random video, because it really was. I just really felt like doing this. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!